Hello all. Today we'll be learning about activity 5, which is about numeric and character functions, which has 15 queries. We'll learn one by one. Okay. So you all know how to log into the SQL by using the username and password. I have taught everything in the first session. So now I have just entered the activity 5 and the first query which you have to do. Okay. So the query is that find the modulus of 165, 16. You have to find the modulus of 165, 15. This is the number for which you have to find out the modulus. To do this, we have to write the query. I'll write the query and I'll explain it. First, to find the modulus, you have to write select mod. Okay, select mod of 165, 16, and they have not provided any table. So what I'll use is from dual I'll use. So now the question is, what do you mean by dual? What do you mean by dual? Dual is the table which is present by default in Oracle, which has one row and one column. Okay, am I clear? Dual is nothing but it's a table which is present by default in Oracle, which is having one row, one column. When they have not provided any table to you, you have to make use of a table, default table which is there in Oracle, that is called as dual. So now I have used a function, mathematical function, that is mod, to find out the modulus value of 165, 16. Let me check whether it runs or not. So I'll select and run it. So the modulus of 165, 16 is 5, which I got the result as 5, which you can see in the result tab. Okay. So I have used mod, function mod, to find the modulus of a particular number. This is what is first query. We'll go to the second query. Second query is find the square root of 5000. So you have to find the square root of 5000. So we will write the query for that. The query is select, to find the square root, I have a function sqrt. I have to make use of a function sqrt. Sqrt stands for square root. To which number you have to find out? I will enter the number within parenthesis, that is 5000. It says that find the square root of, select the square root of 5000. And for the table I have to make use as from dual. I have to make use of a table from dual. As I have told you, dual is a table which is present by default in Oracle, which has one row and one column. So I have made use of a function square root to find out the square root of a number. So I'll run and check what is the answer I'll get. So for square root of 5000, I got 70.710 something, which is there in answer, which you can see. So you have learned one more function, that is square root. To find the square root of any number, we have to make use of a function square root. So the next question, the third query says that truncate the value of 128.3285 to 2 decimal place and minus 1 decimal place. So here you have to do two things. The one is, first you have to truncate the value to 2 decimal place, and then again you have to truncate the value to minus 1 decimal place. So we'll do that. Now I'll write query for that. Select, to truncate any value, you have to make use of a function trunc. I have made use of a function trunc. After trunc, specify the value 128.3285. This is the value we have to trunc. To how many places? To 2 decimal places. I have mentioned that also. And I have asked you one more thing. The same number should be truncated to minus 1 decimal place also. That also I'll do. For that also I'll make use of a function trunc. Trunc 128.3285, and the decimal place which we have to specify here is minus 1. Okay. After that I have used from table dual. Okay. So now I have used one more function, that is trunc, to truncate the value to the specified decimal place. Now we'll see how it works. Okay, if I truncate it to 2 decimal place, the answer is 128.32. If I truncate the same number into -1 decimal place, the answer is 120, which you can see down. So I have learnt one more. You have learnt one more function, that is trunc to truncate the value. Fine. Okay. Okay. The fourth query asks you to round the value 92.7683 to 2 decimal and to -1 decimal place. So the next query says that round the value 92.7683 to 2 decimal places and to -1 decimal place. So now we'll do that. For that I have to make you select. To round off the value, I'll use the function round. I'll use the function round and specify the value. Value is 92.7683. 92.7683. To how many decimal place? To 2. To 2. I have mentioned that. And I have to round off one more number to -1 decimal place. So again I'll make use round. Specify the number, that is 92.7683 to how many decimal place? To -1 decimal place. Okay. And then I have to write the table from dual table. Okay. Now you have learned that to round off, you have to make use of a function round and specify the number and the decimal place. I'll select and run it. I'll select and run it. Okay. See here, when I round off 92.7683 to 2 decimal place, the answer is 92.77. And if I round off the same number into -1 decimal place, the answer is 90. That is what you have learnt about the new function, that is round. Okay. The fifth query, it says that convert the string department to uppercase and lowercase. So they have given one string by name department. One string ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ department ಅಂತ. So what you have to do? You have to convert the same string into uppercase as well as lowercase. You have to convert the string into uppercase as well as lowercase. So how do you convert? So I'll write the query, select. To convert it to uppercase, I'll make use of upper function. Upper character function. It is character function. I'll make use of upper and specify the string. It is a string, so I have to put it in a single quotes. So department. Close it and close the parenthesis, comma. Again I have to convert the same string into lowercase. So lower, and the string, when I have to convert it to lowercase, I have to mention it as capital letter. Now you can see I have used two functions here. One is to convert it to upper, another one is to convert it to lower. So the same string will be converted into both forms. Now we'll run and see. See, you can see down. If I have given the small letter and I have converted it to uppercase, again I have given it to lower and then I have converted into lower form. That is department. This is how, by using character function, we can convert a string into uppercase as well as lowercase. Now the sixth query says that display your address, convert the first character of each word to uppercase and rest are in lowercase. That means that whatever address you have. Okay. For example, I'll take it as 4 words address. Whenever each word starts, the starting character of each word should be converted into capital. Rest of the things should be in a small letter. We'll try that how it works. For that, I will make use of a new function called as init. Okay, init cap. That indicates that initial value cap. Init cap means the full form of init cap is initial capital, initial word into, initial character into capital. That is what is init cap function I will be using. After that, I have to specify the address. D number, that is door number 42. Door number 42, comma. I will next use area, that is Kuvempu Nagar. Okay, comma. After that, I'll use Mysore. Then I'll use India. Something like that I'll give. Okay, I'll give like this and I'll write the table from. So here, what happens? Now, according to the question, init cap means all the words, first character should be converted into capital letter. That means that here, my 4 words are used. Okay, one second. Kuvempu Nagar, I'll do one thing. I'll combine it. So, D should be in capital, K should be in capital, M should be in capital, I should be in capital. That should happen. We'll check whether it works or not. Select both the line and give run. Okay. I have not closed the single quote. That's the error I got. Now I will run and see. Yes, see here. D, it is converted into capital letter. K, second word, converted into capital letter. M, in that M is a first character converted into capital. And then I, it is a small word which is converted into capital. That is what, when you make use of a function, init cap means initial capital character. Convert the initial character into capital letter in each word. So you can see that in a result. Door number D has converted to capital. Kuvempu Nagar, next word, in that K is converted into capital. Mysore, the first character M is converted. India, the first character I is converted into capital letter. We'll start with the 7th query. 7th query says that combine your first name and last name under the title full name. So they were asked, for example, my name only I'll take, Vasanthi Nagraj. So Vasanthi is the first name, Nagraj is the second name. I have to combine both the name and the new name should come under full name. Attribute name, full name anta barbeku. So we'll do that. For that I'll use the query. Select. To combine both the names, I'll make use function concat. I'll make use of a function concat. My name, I'll mention as Vasanthi. Okay. Another name, my last name as Nagraj. Okay. After combining, the heading should be full name. That is what they've asked you. Under the title, full name. So I'll give it as full name. I'll get a new title, that is full name, and it should present in a table from dual. So concatenation is the function which I make use to combine two names like first name and last name. As is a keyword to rename a attribute, will make use of a key as word we use. Okay, now I'll select and run. See here, full name, it is showing full name as a new attribute name, and under that they have combined my name like Vasanthi Nagraj. So to concatenate, to combine two names or to combine two strings, we make use of a function called as concat. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go to the 8th query. It says that take a string length maximum of 15, display your name to the left, the remaining space should be filled with a star. Okay, so what they are saying is you should take a string. The string will have 15 characters. In that your name should be specified. Or your name should be displayed in left hand side. Your name should come to left hand side. The remaining, after your name, whatever the characters it is left out, you should fill those characters with the star. So when your name is coming to the left, so definitely the star will come to the right hand side. So the space which is left out after your name, there you have to pad with the star. For that we make use of a function called as padding. We'll make use of a padding. We are doing padding to the right hand side because your name is in left hand side. So we have to fill the stars to the right side. So we'll make use of a function called as rpad. Rpad stands for right padding. Rpad stands for right padding. I'll write and show you. Select rpad. Your name comes left. Your name comes left. So I'll write my name. Okay. How many maximum string length is 15. After that it should be padded with star. It should be padded with star. Okay. I have to take all this from table dual. Okay. Now understand. I have used a function rpad. Rpad means right padding. So you have given a string. My string is, my name is Vasanthi, which comes left hand side. After 8 characters, my name is 8 characters. After 8 characters, my total string length is 15. After my total length of the string is 15. After 8 characters, there will be a space left out. There you have to put the stars. That is what is right padding will be doing. We'll just check it out. See here, my name has come left hand side, Vasanthi. You can see in result. Left space is padded with star. That is what rpad will do. In rpad, after whatever you write, specific character you mention, the space which is left, right, you will be padding with star. You will be padding with star or whichever the symbol they give you. So now going to the 9th query, it says just like a same old 8th one. It tells you that take a string length maximum of 20 display your name to the right. Display your name to the right. The remaining space should be filled with hash. Okay. Same one, but the thing is they have specified length here as 20 and there the name was left hand side. Now we have to mention it as right hand side. So I'll make use of the left pad now. I'll just explain you. Lpad, I have to specify my name and the maximum length is, string length is 20 and then I have to pad with hash symbol. Okay, now you can see last time what happened, you can see still the result you can see. Vasanthi had come left hand side. Now Vasanthi should go right hand side because we should do the padding left hand side. We have to pad the padding should be done left hand side and my name should go to right hand side. We'll check it. See now. So the padding, the hash symbols has come to the left and my name has moved to the right. So padding where you are doing will be specified with a particular function. Right pad means padding will be done to the right hand side. Left pad means padding will be done to the left hand side. Okay. 10th query, they have asked you to find the length of the string JSS College, Mysore. JSS College, Mysore. So here along with the space you have to count. Let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It shows along with your space you have to count it and tell it. Okay. Now to find the length what we have to use I'll tell you. Select. Okay. I have to find the length. So what is the function I'll be using is length. I'll be using the function length. You have to find the length of a string. So specify the string whose length you want to find. I want to find the length of the JSS College, Mysore. College, Mysore. See, including the space it counts. Including the space it counts and gives you the length from dual. 19. I told you right? 19. If you sit and count, you can aram se see JSS 3, after that one space 4, C 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, comma, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It is showing correct 19. So, to specify, to find the length of any string, we make use of a function called as length. It includes the special characters, spaces, everything will be included to find the length. So, we are making use of a function called as length to find out the length of a string. The 11th one, it asks you to display substring base from database. So, database is a string, okay. In that, base is a substring, okay. We have to display only substring base. To do that, we'll use function select. We just have to specify the substring. So, I'll use a function substring, substr, substring function I'll use. So, whose substring you have to specify? Mention that string first. The string is database. The string is database. In that, the position of base is 5. Where your base starts, see here. 5th position, your base is there. So, I have written 5. After the total length of the string is 8. Okay. And then I'll write from dual. We'll run and see. Can you see base? I displayed only base. How it works is, it takes a whole string. What is whole string? Database. It takes the whole string database. What is the length of that string is 8 characters. That is what I have specified. Database is 8 characters. In that, the position of the substring starts from 5th position. The position of the substring base starts from 5th position. That is why I have written the whole string database length is 8. Among that, I have to pick the substring whose position is 5, which is shown in the result as base. This is how, by making use of substring, I will be choosing the substring from a particular string. We will go to the 12th query. The 12th query asks you to display the position of the first occurrence of character O in position and length. In position and length. First, listen here carefully. They have given a string position. They have given a string position. In that string position, you have to find out the first occurrence of O's position. First occurrence of O's position, and you have to find the length of position. String length of position. Okay. I'll just tell you how to do it. Select. To find out the first occurrence of O, first occurrence of character O in position string, we'll make use of in string, which I'll explain you now. Okay, see here, listen. First, I have written in string. So, how it works is, it takes a string position. And in that string, in that particular string position, it finds where the first occurrence of O is present. Then, as usually, you know, length. You have already learnt about the function length. It specifies the length of the string position. We'll run and see. Okay. See here. In the first place, it says that O is present in position string. O is present at second place, and total length of the string position is 8. I hope you understood. I have used in string to find out the first occurrence of O in a string position. So, the first occurrence of O in string position is 2. The place is 2. and the whole length of the position string is 8. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now the 13th query, it asks you to replace string database with data type. That means that database is there. There is a string database. Instead of database, you have to write data type. So what happens here is, the up to 4th character, data it is common. Both the strings, data is common. Only the substring base we have to change with type. So how to do this? I'll show you now. Select. For that I'll use the function replace. So what you have to replace, in a string database, the base should be replaced with type. Okay, I'll explain you now. See, they have given a string database. You have to change it with data type. In both the strings, data is common. Only thing is, instead of base, we have to write it as type. So we have to replace base with type. So what is the command I have used? What is the function I have used? Replace. Replace is a function which is going to replace base with type. So we'll run and see how it changes. See here, I had given database. Base is replaced with type, which you can see in result. So replace is a function to replace a substring with another substring. Okay, clear? Can you see replace? And I have replaced database with the data type. 14th query, they have asked you display the ASCII value of space. Space andre kali jagadu, you have to find out the ASCII value. As you might know, ASCII value for capital A is 65. ASCII value for B is 66. ASCII, you know, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, which you have learnt in first semester BCA Digital Electronic subject. You have learnt all the ASCII values. For now, you have to find out the ASCII value for the space. How do we find this? Right? Select. I'll make use of ASCII function only. To space, I have to find the value for space, and from dual. Okay, let us check how it works. Yes, the space means ASCII value is 32, which you can see. For each and every special characters, you have a ASCII value. Now, by making use of a function ASCII, I have found the value for the space, which is 32. The 15th query, they have asked you to display the character equivalent of 42. So 42 is a decimal number, which you know. 42 is a number, decimal number. You know a decimal number. So that is a decimal number, decimal form. Now we have to find out the character value for this. To find out, we'll use select CHR. To find out the character value, we use CHR of 42. We have to find out, and then from dual. I'll give from dual. So we are the decimal number is 42. We have to find the character value of it. We'll select and we'll run it. If we run, the answer will be star. So the character value of number 42 is star. Okay. This is what you have, like all 15 queries I have solved in this session. We'll be going to the next activity in the next session. Thank you.